This is the marker or the ladder.
And that's hint 3 digesting lambda DNA.
And then well 2 is our crime scene. The DNA gathered at the crime scene. And then our suspects.
Suspect 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So I'll turn it this way for you.
Okay.
Can you see it all right?
Yep, that's good.
So are you wanting us to measure the lengths?
So yeah, what are you going to do next?
Oh yeah, we already measured, but
We measure the markers so we can make a standard.
do you want to measure them? Because you said you wanted to measure for practice.
Okay.
You what? Eventually, okay.
I measure them. You want to measure the actual. Katie, you want to measure the actual bands of each one
Measure
of
the actual bands.
The reaction bands. I measure the marker.
Makeshift light source.
How did you get the blue to fade so that you could see the markers?
So, yesterday, after the DNA was run, we took the gels out of the boxes, put them into a Ziploc bag,
Right?
and added something called Fast Blast stain from Biorad and a very, very concentrated blue solution. We let it sit in that bag for about 2 minutes and then poured that blue stain out and added water to rinse and sort of just swished the gel around for a few times, and then dumped that rinse water and then added more water to rinse and swished that around a couple times, and probably did that I think maybe 3 times. And then added a little bit more water and let it sit overnight. And so overnight, a little bit more of the blue leached out of the gel, but obviously somehow intercalated with the DNA so that we're actually seeing, a nice distinct band.
So probably good to let it sit overnight.
Probably good to, well, what I noticed yesterday when I was looking through the bag, that you could start to see the bands, but the gel there was not enough of a resolution difference between the bands and the gel yet to really be able to see those bands distinctly. So yeah, letting it sit overnight is definitely a good idea.
Okay, great.
Definitely a good idea.
We put it there just to measure. So I measure the hint 3 and she's going to measure the other bands. So
So you said that you normally let those